Bonjour, this is Nicolas from BIMobject France, and I'm glad to introduce Edilteco as a new addition to the BIMobject portal. Edilteco is a manufacturer that is specialized in mortars and concrete, but also in ethics. Today we have two brand new products. Each one have a description, specifications, and several links to the official catalog, to the manufacturer's website, and to YouTube videos. We also have links to CSTB certifications. The other tabs give access to related info, to BIM classifications, and finally to regions. On this page, we also have access to spaces, which allows us to view the object before downloading them. There we can see that this product has different thicknesses, and then we can orbit around them and click to see the data associated to the object. Back on the product page, we can also follow the brand and have access to the sales representative and their contact info. Also, the download button allows us to know which format is available, and then we can download the materials. However, I advise you to download the Revit files from app. It is free and it gives access to the portal within your software to search projects while still using Revit. Let's search Edilteco and download the Edilterm PSC in French. The RVT file is downloading and then opens in Revit on an introductory sheet. The sheet sums up the system, its component, and its specifics. Then in 3D view, we can see the different types, each type being a predefined thickness. Clicking on a type shows us all its properties. We can then modify the wall, but it's advised against to modify its hierarchy, but definitely not against changing the materials. All of them have two prefixes, first one for the brand, second one for the material rules. Each material has its identity type field, and each one has a link to the official website in order to be in direct contact with the manufacturer's information. Also, the installation materials have additional thermal tab with performance data given by the manufacturer. Let's manipulate the object now. After having downloaded the materials, I extract the .zip archive, which contains the IDScalib and a folder with textures. This folder contains two subfolders. The first aspect has different grains, and the second one, nuancier, has different colors. There are 100, and they are all named with their official reference. Back to Revit, let's modify the wall finish. By principle, we duplicate the existing material, and then we duplicate the Appearance tab. In this tab, we can then modify the color map by choosing a nuancier from the texture folder, and then a bump map by choosing an aspect texture. When it's done, we apply, and we can see the result by switching to realistic visual style and zooming. The grain becomes visible after some good zooming as it is tiny. If we needed, we can then apply the newly created material to another wall quite easily. The result is then the same. We can do the same process with another type. After duplication and renaming, we change the color map with a nuancier texture and the bump map with an aspect texture. The new grain is a little different, so we need to zoom, and we can see that the result is as expected, as the grain is a little longer. Now we need to implement this into our project. It's a very easy process, and one simply has to open the new project, transfer the project standards in the Manage tab, select the source and deselect all but wall types and materials, which is what we need, and then apply. The Edilteco wall types are now available in our projects and usable like any multi-layer wall. Obviously, the layers, their materials, and the data are still there. Ethics is often used in renovation construction, so now let's see how to implement Edilteco system easily to existing walls. Let's choose a type, for example 100 mm, then let's duplicate and rename it. And then let's modify the hierarchy to use it in a monolayer way. We just have to move the two first layer down and delete the structural one when it's done. Now I can trace my ethics wall next to the structural wall from its inside, and I just have to be aware of the corners and see if they are well connected. We can see that the above wall is a multilayer and this one is a monolayer. We then have to pay attention to our openings, and we can see that the ethics pass in front of the window. To do that automatically, we just have to join the walls, and Revit that is magic. We can see that even though they are joined, the walls remain independent. In plan view, once joined, we can see that the edges turning in quite nicely. That's all. Thank you for listening to me, and have some fun with Edilteco products with BIM objects.